New product alert, concealer peach and pink bases. Greg is gonna show you all the features and benefits, how these work right now.
This Black Friday, we have another couple amazing products that we're bringing out. Tracy's been working really hard on creating something that is going to make your hard gel application even prettier. The new Concealer Pink and Peach base gels are going to give you the ability to add a level of opacity to your enhancements that are really going to make them stand out. I'm gonna be using both of them, one in a full set application and another as an easy fill to show you how versatile the product is and how much better the application is going to be when you're performing the Synergy Gel application. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and prep these, right? So the first one we're gonna do is the full set. So Tracy's Natural Nails, I'm going to use my electric file and gently remove shine from corner to corner. Boom, right? So just lightly come around, and all we're doing is prepping the surface of the natural nail. Once we're done doing that, I'm going to use Swipe. I'm just gonna come in and cleanse the surface of the natural nail. This is gonna remove oils, contaminants, and dust from the surface and prepare it for protein bond application. We're going to take a nice even coat of protein bond. Now remember, when you are doing hard gel application, I want you to go through all 10 nails, do one coat. After you're done doing one coat, come back and add a second for the optimum adhesion properties. Okay, perfect. So the new Concealer Pink base, as you can see, just beautiful, just beautiful. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're going to brush on a nice thin coat. What I like to do is get a healthy amount on the end, just like I'm picking up base gel, and I like to pillow it. So what I'll do is I'll set it down and I'll brush it through. You see how I split it? Once I split that, what I'm gonna do is get the brush on the inside and start working it out to the perimeter. This is really important. This is gonna act as your anchor to the enhancement that you put on. And what it really does is, all of you guys that are really getting into doing hard gel application, it reinforces the edges. It's going to act as an anchor, but it's going to give it enough volume, right? So that your edges are not going to be too thin. After we've applied a nice thin coat from cuticle to free edge, start from the pinky, work to the thumb, get it inside the light, right? As long as it's going to take you to work on the other hand. It only needs to be inside for a minimum of 30 seconds, but again, don't count, work on the other hand. As soon as you're done working on their hand, rotate and continue to work. All right, so once we've actually established the base, I'm gonna take my form. All right, we're gonna get this nice and tight to her natural nail, and then I'm gonna go ahead and use the Concealer Pink in a tube. We're gonna build the free edge, establish a little bit of length, and this is gonna set us up for our overlay. So what I'm gonna do is just go ahead and squeeze a nice healthy amount out to the edge. I'm going to work this out from side to side. And then once we actually have it attached, what I'm gonna start doing is just kind of working into that basic shape. She had a very gentle almond shape. Boom, right there from side to side. Make sure that we have the same width and structure. Once we're done, let's get that inside the light and freeze it into shape. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna separate the tip with the end of the wand. Boom, we're gonna release that, and this is gonna give me an opportunity to build the structure over the surface. Now remember, because we already have that Concealer Pink as our base, this is gonna cover extremely well. What I like to do for all of you guys that are getting into gel, I want to be able to show you guys something awesome. One of the things I've really been working on is trying to establish a foundation layer, trying to teach you guys how to build that foundation layer. So work around the cuticle just like this. And then what we want to really focus on is using that nozzle and using a floating motion to kind of feather down. Now, my focus is to make sure that I'm getting my edges built up, right? The side walls. And that's really important when you're working with gel, because what we don't want you to do is build something too thin and you end up filing it off of the nail after you apply it. If you come down and build it and float it down all the way down to the edge, you're gonna notice that my focus is literally trying to build up this outside. If the center is a little bit flat, that's okay. We can come back and we can add our upper arch after. What I really want you to do is build up that cuticle area, get around the perimeter of the nail, make sure that you have a nice pillow around the edge. This is gonna give you room to finish with perfection. Once we have that on, Tracy's gonna get inside the light. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get in low heat mode. She's gonna go directly inside, and we're gonna cure this while we're working on the other hand. Remember to rotate and work. All right, so we're gonna take a look at that now. We're gonna make sure that it has just enough built up. What I like to do is take a look and just make sure that she has enough. I probably need a hair right here in the center where her upper arch is. So once that I get that on, I'm just gonna kind of lightly feather this into place. You could always come through to make it even. I'm just gonna use the tip of my brush just to kind of feather that around. We have the perfect buildup. We're gonna get it inside the light for the final 60-second cure. We're gonna wipe off the dispersion layer with swipe and file this into absolute perfection. All right, I'm gonna show you guys how to overlay with the Concealer Peach base gel. So I've already removed the shine and protein bonded the surface. All right, I'm going to take the Concealer Peach base on one side of my brush. I'm going to set that down behind it, pull through. I'm going to get behind the product and start pushing from behind, creating a nice pillow at the back end and down the sides. Notice how I'm creating a really nice pillow around the perimeter of the nail. And what this peach is going to do is self-level into perfection. Look at how beautiful this peach is. This is going to set me up so that when I use Concealer Peach in a pot, right, the builder gel, whether you're using pot or tube, it is going to be absolutely stunning. We're gonna get it inside the light. We're going to set it for a minimum of 30 seconds. Again, don't count. Get it on all the fingers, get it inside the light, work on the other hand. Rotate and continue to work. Now what we're gonna end up doing is taking a small amount of Concealer Peach. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna overlay the whole entire surface. I'm just gonna set this down. And what we're gonna do is I'm just going to start working around the perimeter. All right, and then light, all I'm using is a really light floating motion, keeping contact with the surface of the gel. And the beautiful part is because of the base, this thin amount that I'm applying over the top, it is going to cover so well. I'm just gonna lightly grab a little bit more, reattach it to the surface. Again, float, continue to keep contact all the way through. It's incredible. Love the way this covers. Once we actually have this completely overlaid with this nice thin coat, we're gonna go inside the light. We're gonna cure this out for 60 seconds. And we're gonna get ready to remove the tacky layer from the surface and file this into absolute perfection. Get ready, this Black Friday is going to be absolutely insane. These base gels are really going to add a dimension to your gel application that is going to make your work stand out.
Thank you so much for watching our nail videos. To check out more, head right over here. And to subscribe to our channel, click right over here.